Short version, pay attention to your lighting. It will zhuzh up your house. If you'd like a little bit more explanation, let's talk about how to use lighting to make your house look more expensive, more luxurious, more zhuzhed up. I've got 7 easy tips to improve your lighting, and that will zhuzh up your house to make it look more expensive, more luxurious. If you think about movie scenes or pictures or images that have stuck in your head, the reason is probably because of the way they were lit. The lighting made them stand out. It was impactful. It hit the right spots. It made you focus on what you were supposed to focus on. So when you're lighting your room, think about those dramatic shots. Think about unexpected ways to use lighting to emphasize the important things in your room. There's lots of options. Backlit mirrors, lighting up a bookcase, uplighting to wash a wall from the ground up. Yes, you can have hi-hats on the ground. Or downlighting to wash a wall and to add texture and depth and warmth to a room. When you strategically place the lights where you want people's eye to go, the room looks more wow. You can use wall washers or uplighting, spotlights, tape, LED tape. When you use light in an unexpected way or you highlight something, spotlights in a tree at night, it makes all the difference and it has a dramatic impact. Don't be afraid to get creative with backlighting. You see it on TVs now, you see it underneath kitchen cabinets to light the vanity at night. Be creative. Be adventurous. LED tape is cheap. Now, we all know that rich people like options. So when you're doing your lighting, make sure that you're layering it. You're using task, ambient, and accent lighting throughout each room, each space. You should never have just one source of light. It's not flattering. Make sure that you're choosing multiple sources so that you have some task lighting, that's light you need for doing a job, for doing a task. Ambient lighting, that's general lighting around the room, and accent lighting that's going to highlight a piece of artwork or the hood over your expensive stove. Make sure that you're using a combination of task, ambient, and accent lighting to achieve layers, to achieve a level of richness, because we know rich people like options. Task lighting is going to ensure that you have functionality. Ambient lighting is going to light the space, and the accent lighting is going to highlight those pieces in the room that you want to accentuate. It's all about creating a balance within those layers. Speaking of balance, when we're talking about these light fixtures, you want them to be able to speak to each other. If, for instance, you have a great room that is open to the dining room, the living room, the kitchen, and maybe the foyer, those lights are all going to show and be visible at the same time or in the same space. So you want them to talk to each other. When you look at these 3 fixtures, there's common themes throughout that tie them together. First one has a round shape with a black wrought iron. The second one mimics that round shape, and the third one has the black wrought iron with a little bit of glass in it to mimic the second one with the sparkle of the beads. They talk to each other. They should be of the same finish, in the same collection. They should have a hint of the same shape or the same mood. They should relate to each other. They should not be a rustic light, a Sputnik, and then throw in a glass bowl in there. While they're all nice lights, they don't make sense to each other. So you want to make sure that the lights that you choose complement each other and they don't overshadow each other. You can like a lot of different styles, but when it comes to putting them in a single space, they need to have some common themes, some common bond. Otherwise, they're not related. All right, now forget about the relations here. Let's talk about pure science. The color temperature, the undisputed facts here. As someone who's been car shopping lately and driving at night, you'll notice that headlights are different these days.
The human eye is more sensitive to white or blue lights, like those in both LED and high-intensity headlights.
New cars have that neon bright, white, Kelvin, very high, in your face, and old cars have that softer 2700, 3000 Kelvin lighting. It doesn't work on the highway. It doesn't work in your house. Color temperature needs to match. They need to be the same if they're in the same room. Now, if you want to put really bright ones in your laundry room and a nice warm 3000 Kelvin in your kitchen, that's fine if they're not together. But when a room is open to other spaces, the color temperatures gotta stay the same. That's just science, that's not me. When your color temperatures are the same, it speaks of cohesiveness, of thoughtfulness, of luxury, of expensiveness. Is that a word, expensiveness? I don't even know. Don't forget to play with light and shadows. The tendency these days when I walk into a house that's got a lighting plan is to blow it all out and to cover every inch with recessed lights and fixtures. There's a lot of drama in shadows and play with light. It allows us to emphasize what's important and de-emphasize what's not. It allows the eye to rest, so don't be afraid of the shadows. We don't need to fill every inch of space. And if you feel like you do, then use lights that are unobtrusive. When it comes to lighting, you're gonna need some unobtrusive task sources of light, and that's where recessed lights really shine. Make sure that when you get a recessed light, that it is recessed, which means the bulb is away from the surface of the ceiling. It is higher than the ceiling so that you get a diffused light. It comes on when you need it, it goes away when you don't. It doesn't take away from lucky number 7, and that's your wow. The lighting is the jewelry of the room. It is the sparkle. It doesn't have to make sense. It can be over the top. It can be all you've dreamed of. The lighting has got to have a jaw-dropping moment. You've got to have something with sparkle, with holy cow, look at that. When you're planning the rest of your house and you're thinking about all those wows, those countertops, the cabinets, the flooring, the sofa, the artwork, whatever it might be, think about your lighting as a wow, as an artistic piece, as the focal point of a room. So make sure that you have a wow. Pick one fixture that's going to shine. You can have other fixtures that are special, but one fixture is going to take the cake. It's going to be the thing that everyone walks in and goes, oh my goodness, isn't that lovely? Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. I'm not going to run through them again. You can watch the video. I'm done.
I don't cross my T's